Hello and welcome to another video. Today, as you can see right behind me, we're talking about the Cupra Formentor VZ5 something. So, what are we gonna do today? Today we are going to install the APR intake kit, and I'm gonna show you the details of it. So it's not very easy to install. It needs quite some time and you need to have a lift for that, because it's much easier to have it done from below, or at least some parts you need to loosen from below. So let me show you what you get with the kit and what we are going to install. So first of all, you need this one. That's the elbow that goes to the turbocharger, and as you can see, you can have it with different inserts. This one's for the stock, so we're gonna use the stock turbo. Then this one, the new one, that is the old one. As you can see, the diameter are huge difference. So let me show it from the other side, because that's even more impressive. That's the old one, right? Stock. So it's huge compared to stock. So it just it fits. It's huge compared to stock. So this will actually gain some power, most likely. We were on the dyno yesterday, and the car in stock trim has 450 horsepower and something Newton meter, 545, something like that. But you saw that already in the last video. So this will most likely help improve that even more. And after that, it goes to the intake filter. Let me show you that. After that, it's this pipe which goes behind the engine, and this is the new one. And as you can see also here, the diameter are hugely increased. It just fits. And yeah, so I think this one as well will gain some power. I have no idea how much. I don't even know how much they claim this one makes more. Very nice logo. And yeah, I don't really know how much power it will gonna make, but we're gonna check on the dyno, so we're gonna know how much it will be. And after that, there's obviously the intake as well. There's this one, and this one's just absolutely enormous. And this one's connected to the filter, and this one's, as you can see, I could wear it as a hat. It's absolutely huge. It's really, really huge. It's the same dimension I had in the Evo, actually. So it's gonna need some air, and this will replace the complete filter box. So induction noise will increase most likely by a lot, and that's street legal in Switzerland, so yay, good news. And we already, as you obviously already seen, we took out the old parts already. And now we're gonna install the new ones, and you're gonna see the video. This one, this guy back here, that's Daniel from 7mod. He's gonna help me out today, because he's the expert for some of these cars, and I have no idea. So that's why he's gonna do the major part of work, and I'm just sitting there and holding the lamp, basically. So let's just put it in. So, after you've seen how we installed the intake, now that you've seen that, it was quite, honestly, it wasn't that much fun to install. We were 2 people and it took us roughly 5 hours, maybe because we've done it the first time possible. So it took us quite some time. One of the things I really didn't like at the installation is that everything's so tightly packed. It's a huge intake, everything is huge compared to stock, so you scratch every here and there, and sometimes some things just doesn't fit very well without touching any other parts. So I'm not a huge fan of this, and I'm not sure if you need all that size, because if you do it just 2-3 millimeters less big, you won't lose 20 horsepower with that, because it will still be much larger than the stock part, but you gain just a few more millimeters in space, and that will make it so much easier to install. But it is what it is, so it doesn't fit. It's not very easy to install, and maybe the next time we could do it in 4 hours, I think, but 4 to 5 hours you will need every day to install these, so it's quite a pain. But after you maybe done 10 or so, you're gonna be faster as well. But yeah, it just takes some time. And the other thing I'm not a huge fan of is the fact that it's just an open filter with no heat shields or anything, so it just sits there in the intake area. But yeah, it gets a lot of fresh air from the front, because you have a very narrow duct from the front of the car, just where the filter sits. You saw that for the stock one, where it ends. So this one ends just below the air filter, this one. So I'm gonna show it to you right now, and then let's hear it, because that thing sounds incredible. That's really the absolute best thing at the part, and that's also what I hoped it will sound like, and it sounds exactly as I hoped it will sound like. And so let's have a look at it, and then let's hear how it sounds. So, and this is it, what I was talking about with the intake. As you can see right here in front, this whole area here that's blocked off, this one right here, this one goes from all the way at the front. As you can see it up here, these here, up here, this one. This is where it takes the air and directs it just down here. And this one actually connects perfectly well to the stock box. So that is very well made. The filter from APR just now sits on top of it. I'm not sure if that's actually the best solution, so I would like to have maybe a box for that. So performance-wise, this might not be the best solution, but sound-wise, it's by far the best solution. So, and then it just connects to a very, very big carbon tube, goes in here through this tube, and down here, you can't see it very well, through this elbow. I showed you that already, and just straight into the turbo. So that's very nicely made. It also fits not too bad. It just takes a lot of time. The only thing I really not sure I like is the position of the air filter, because that could have been made a little bit better. Maybe if you had a shorter one, which would connect directly down here, or something like a guide that guides the air from here into the filter, or maybe even a small, it could be a box that's open to the top, but just closed at the bottom. I don't know, maybe we're gonna do something like that, because there's such room, or there's some room underneath. So we maybe gonna manufacture something so that it takes all the air that comes through this intake just straight into the filter. But other than that, very well made. And now let's hear how it sounds. So it does sound exactly as I hoped it will sound, and when it's under load during driving it sounds even more the sound is even crazier, so that's a good thing. If it adds any power, I have no idea, but we're gonna find out when we're going to the dyno for the second time. But that will be, as said, in a couple of weeks, maybe even month. Only as soon as a tune is available, then we're gonna measure it with this intake, and after the tune again. So I don't know when that's gonna happen, but we're gonna do it anyway. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions or want to see something else, just let me know in the comments, and have a good week. See you next time. Goodbye.